For fishing diversity, let the fish and the wildlife eat what they want to eat. Seals will eat either pilchard or sardine. All the other fish that are feeding around the seagrass are looking for crustaceans, particularly deeper, possibly 200 or 300 feet down, where the sea starts to come into the shoreline's edge. The fish are always around about 300 to 700 feet. The old age ones are in deep sea at 1500 feet. And like I said, the whales and the porpoise all group together and they make plankton. And you'll see a big whale, a big whale, with its gills. It'll open its mouth and it'll just take all the fish and take it somewhere else. As the fish gets moved by all of the water running through the whale's gill, it makes plankton and feeds the sea fertilizer from the fish's scales. So this is all very important for the ecosystem, that whales and porpoises and dolphins all have a say in having their own habitat. The sharks do something else. They take out the predators. Really greedy fish as they get older, particularly eels and those sort of things. So they all grow to a certain size and then they become a predator to another race of fish. Octopuses are harassed by a certain type of fish, and all of this stuff goes around. Barnacles, mussels, cockles, eels, and the vast range of sea fish. Sea bass is another one. Plaice, haddock, pollock, cod. Pollock is a relative of cod. It is more commonplace. It is more sustainable, but I think it's just been overfished probably about 5 or 7 years ago. So it might be that they're actually not fishing pollock anymore. I went to a conference in Barcelona in 2022 and I looked at all the fish that was around, and all I could see basically was an Atlantic cod, Pacific cod, Pacific salmon, sorry, and Atlantic cod. So these fish, the Gulf Stream moves around and the fish are up in the cold water for quite some time, and as winter comes along they come down to Nova Scotia area through the Bering Strait, and then they hibernate and they spawn. But there's a particular country that likes to make beluga caviar, and that is where the fish that are pregnant are literally massacred for a race of fish that need to be born into more fish. Not a lot we can do about that, especially the way that I think is just ridiculous, pompous and borderline criminal theft of fisheries from the rest of the world. Organised crime by criminals are doing this, and it would seem that people in politics are really not bothered about changing it anywhere. As I've said, the Faroe Islands are guilty of killing porpoises, a very, very nice mammal that helps the fisheries work really well. So it's an age-old problem. I've forgotten what I was really going to talk about here. So let me just think a minute. Oh yeah, we really need to be able to have sardines and other small breed fish available for the seals, so they grow at old age. You see, let me ask you one thing. You walk into a fish and chip shop and you're hungry. Which fish would you ask for? A seal is just the same.